God. How can this be happening? How am I going to prove to him which I love him? Now he's got to find some way to show him that she's not right for him and that he and I are meant for each other.
Thanks, I know what it is.
Max, what are you doing here?
I'm not sure, but I got this feeling we should talk.
Not right now. I really need my rest, okay?
It looks like something's tearing you up. I figure it's about Cord. Now, why don't you tell me what he said?
No, I really don't want to talk about it, all right?
Look, it's not going to help to hold it in. It's going to get worse. Now, maybe I can help you out with it.
No, nothing is going to help me.
Why don't you let me try?
Max Cord came here and he wants a divorce. He really wants to be rid of me.
Well, you must have known it was coming.
Yeah. Oh, I knew all right. Kate put him up to it.
Look, I know this hurts a lot. The sooner you get over this, the sooner you can get on with your life.
Wait a minute here. Whose side are you on?
I'm on yours. I want you to be happy.
Well, no, you don't. No, you want me to forget about Cord. Well, it is not going to happen. I am never going to forget about him.
Sam, I know what it feels like to lose someone you love. Now, for your sake and for that baby's sake, you better take off the blinders and face life. Your marriage with Cord was over before you even left for Argentina.
Oh, yeah? Well, then why did he come down there looking for me?
Because you were carrying his child, that's why.
Shut up and stop it!
He told you that himself, didn't he?
Look, I'm going to bed.
Oh, you can't hide under the covers forever. Look, you're going to have to face the fact that Cord married Kate because he loves her. And you're giving him a hard time about this divorce is not going to change anything. You can't force someone to love you. It either happens or it doesn't.
Yeah, well, he loved me when he married me, too, remember? And we took a vow, and I made a commitment to him, and I'm not going to just walk away from that commitment. And our love happens to be strong enough to just overcome any obstacles.
Tina, if he still loved you, why would he be asking you for a divorce?
Because he just doesn't remember it right now, all right? He's so confused. But he'll come around. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, what do you do now? You run off again with the baby? You make all these kind of threats so he loses whatever feeling he has left for you?
No, I am just not going to give him a divorce, all right? He just needs a little more time, and then he is going to realize that he and I are meant for each other.
I don't...
These guys act real tough when they're wearing guns and badges.
Oh, come on, why don't you just lighten up?
It's easy for you to say. You're getting out as soon as your bail bond's posted.
Yeah, and it's all the more reason for you to shut your mouth.
How do you figure that?
Well, because if your public defender doesn't get off soon, you're in for a very long night here. Figures the fewer people you antagonize, the fewer people who'll be on your back. Just pure mathematics.
You think I can't take a little heat?
Look, why cause it? I mean, these guys aren't out to freak you out. They're just doing their jobs.
Oh, man. We got a cheerleader for the Policemen's Benevolent Association. Look, man, I've been around. I know how these badges operate.
I'm staying at the Waterside Inn. This is my number. Call me if you need help.
I don't need anything for anybody. I can take care of myself.
Listen, tough guy. If you don't get that chip off your shoulder, you're going to do some time in jail. Now, it's up to you. Just be smart. Think about it.
Well, there are some pieces of value here.
You're being very kind, Rollo. I know these aren't worth very much at all. And this is very humiliating.
Gabrielle, there is no need for embarrassment. You should be angry that your father trafficked in cocaine and brought you to such dire straits, but embarrassment, not with me. Please.
If I didn't have you to turn to, I don't know what I would do.
This is a very fair price.
And you are a very kind and generous man.
I hope this will be of some value to you and your grandmother.
Yes, this will see us through very nicely until I get a job. Thank you very much.
Gabrielle, didn't your father have some pieces of antique jewelry?
Not that I can remember. Was there particular piece that you can think of?
No. I seem to remember him mentioning a piece of which he was especially fond. Could he perhaps have sold it or given it away?
Well, my search wasn't very thorough because I didn't want to arouse my grandmother's suspicions, but I'll take another look, and if I come across something, I'll let you know.
Do that. I happen to know somebody that would offer a very high price for the right piece.
All right. I'll look again this afternoon. As I say, if I get something, I'll let you know. Thank you again for being such a good friend.
It is my pleasure. Tell me, would you object if I call upon you for dinner sometime soon?
Not at all. I'd be very honored.
Did you find any interesting pieces of jewelry?
None.
I saw you give a check to the girl.
For these. It's all she brought.
Perhaps her father's antique watch is not for sale.
He must have hidden it someplace very safe.
Like the fortune and drug money he had hidden. Are you certain the key to the fortune is on that watch?
Positive. One time when he was drunk, Medina bragged to me about it. He dangled the watch in my face.
Gabrielle was his only child. Surely Medina had some feelings for his daughter.
He loved her very much.
But strange, then, that he could go to his death without telling her or someone the whereabouts of the watch. Could Gabrielle be lying to you?
I don't think so.
Perhaps you can't see past that pretty face.
Perhaps Medina never told her. That watch must be in that house. And if it is, I intend to find it.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You sure I can't coax you into some ice cream?
Yes, I'm sure. Mom, do you realize this is a woman who took her baby and up and went to El Paso?
Do you think she's going to try and do something like that again?
Well, I certainly wouldn't put it past her.
Well, then he can get a court order prohibiting her from taking the baby out of Landview.
Is it that simple?
Yes. Of course, if she's as unstable and as unpredictable as you say, she could force him into a custody fight.
Oh, it's crossed my mind, but I keep blocking it out. I remember how terrible Clinton Vicky's was. I don't think Tina would do that to Cord.
If she's angry enough and hurt enough, I think maybe you should be prepared for the possibility that it might take longer than we think.
What happened to this spiritual awakening, this new attitude towards life since you were near death?
I do have a new attitude where I appreciate love and family.
Oh, come on, Tina. Save the little speech for someone that doesn't know you as well as I do.
It is not a little speech here. I am telling you the truth.
The truth, Tina Roberts, is that you married Cord because he's a Buchanan. And that's why you won't give up on him. It's because you want the name, you want the wealth, you want everything that goes along with being a Buchanan.
Oh, yeah? Well, I happen to be a lord. And my sister has more money than any of the Buchanans, and our name happens to mean a whole lot more in this town than any Buchanan name.
But that isn't enough for you, is it?
I don't care who he is. I love Cord. I don't care if his name is Jones or anything or Buchanan. That doesn't make any difference to me any more than what he does for a living makes a difference.
You've told yourself this so many times, you actually believe it.
Oh, yeah, well, you're a fine one to talk about honesty, aren't you? No, you sold your soul to the very devil herself.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about your little agreement with Maria. Remember? Where you get me away from Cord and she gives you money to buy a ranch. Remember that one? In fact, maybe Maria even pay you to come here. Did she pay you to tell you to give me Cord a quick divorce, huh? How much did she offer you this time?
Come on, Tina.
Oh, I see. I'm supposed to just forget. I mean, I really didn't see you and Maria in the Cafe Dorego plotting on how to get me out of the country to keep me away from Cord. Oh, no. No, and all that stuff about running away from Dante Medina, it was just for me to get away from Cord and for you to get your money. And I wasn't supposed to find out about it. Did you really honestly think I'd forget about that, huh? No, don't you dare talk to me about honesty, because you have never been honest with me at all.
The hell I wasn't.
Oh, yeah? Then why didn't you tell me about Maria?
As soon as I found out Don Alonzo left me his ranch, that money didn't matter anyway. Now, if we hadn't gotten all that trouble with Medina, I would have sent that money back, and that would have been the end of it. All that mattered to me was making you happy. Then I did make you happy. You felt something for me. You can't deny that.
You let me go. I still love Cord, and I've always been honest with you about
Damn
that.
it! You can't deny you feel something for me. Something that has nothing to do with money or name. Something you never had with Cord.
Leave me alone. I love Cord. I always will, and I am never going to forgive it. No, just let me go.
Morning, Mr. Buchanan. Morning. Cindy, this is the city room where you'll be working for a while.
Oh, this place sure hustles.
Yeah. Barbara Dunn, your supervisor, must be with Briggs.
Listen, Clint, I want to thank you very much for the job.
I wouldn't have hired you if we couldn't use you. Now, as I explained, you'll be doing research for different departments, and then slowly we'll work you into the business section. Vicky, I just left you an hour ago.
Yes, I know you did, darling. And then I picked up our newspaper and I read it, and I learned something I didn't know about. That the Banner is facing a terrible crisis.
Noel, you beautiful little baby. You come here. Yes, you come here. Oh, what? Oh, honey. Oh, you're getting so big. You're getting so big. Come here. So beautiful outside, isn't it? So warm and sunny. And all the flowers are in bloom. Oh, when you get older, you're going to like that. I mean, but it's cloudy for us, isn't it? Oh, well, honey. Oh, honey. I'm so scared about the future. I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, everything isn't working the way I wanted it to. And, of course, it never does. Why should now be any different, huh?
Good morning.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry if I startled you.
Startled me? You didn't startle me. You scared me to death. And the baby, too. What? Look, if you're making a delivery from the florist, why don't you use the front door and try knocking this time?
Well, no. Actually, I work here at Landfair. I'm the new gardener. Well, actually, I'm the old gardener.
Oh, are you that vagrant Vicky hired?
Well, vagrant has such bad connotations. Homeless, unemployed sounds better, and it's a lot closer to the truth. Gilbert Lang is my name, and I put these flowers down. May I hold the child?
Why?
Oh, because I love children, especially babies. And that is one fine baby.
Oh, yeah, he is adorable, isn't he?
Oh, very adorable. Whose child is he anyway?
Come on, man. Yeah, I'm coming. Kate.
Good morning.
Why don't you just hold the good morning, come on in here and tell me where you've been.
Didn't Payson tell you?
Yeah, he said that you took off, you went up to the mountains, you're going to do some hiking, and you're going to spend the night up there.
Don't you believe me? It's a sleeping bag, isn't it?
Of course I believe you, Kate, but I just want to know why. I mean, come on, I was over there, I was talking to Tina, I was going to ask her for a divorce. Remember, I thought you might be interested in finding out how that conversation went. Ever occurred to you I might worry about you when you take off like that? I have no idea how I can get in touch with you.
I'm sorry.
Are you sure you're sorry, Kate? Maybe you just wanted me to be a little worried, huh?
Cord, that's not fair. I'm not playing games with you. If I wanted you to worry, I wouldn't have told Payson where I was going. And as for what's going on with Tina, I think I already know. She put a lot of resistance up, and she got you to promise to give her more time.
changed my mind, Abuela. I don't think I have the courage to go to this special mass for Uncle Rodolfo, and I really don't think I can face all the relatives.
But they are so looking forward to seeing you. And nobody knows about your pregnancy or giving the baby away.
Yes, well, I'm sure as soon as they see me, my guilt will show through.
Oh, Gabrielle, my dear, you have to move on. Going with me to church, being part of the family again, is a beginning.
All right. All right. But what about you? What about your heart pain?
Oh, I'm back to normal. I have only one pill left, so when we come back, we must stop at the pharmacia, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, you are not wearing your emerald. Oh, I forgot Rolo bought it.
Along with everything else that was worth anything.
Oh, Rolo is a very nice and generous man, Gabrielle.
I can see that for myself, Abuela, and I still don't have any romantic feelings for him.
Who said anything about romance?
Well, isn't that what happened with Tina?
More or less, yeah.
See? And now I'm more able to deal with it. A night under the stars has given me new energy and faith, love.
Look, I got some coffee here. Why don't we sit down and have it, okay?
Okay. Honey, was it that awful?
Yeah, Kate, it was. I mean, she was ready for me. She knew what I wanted to talk to her about. And when I mentioned moving up the proceedings of this divorce thing, it's like her illness got worse all of a sudden.
Right. She wasn't up for it, and couldn't you wait?
Yeah. Sounds like you were kind of like a bug on the wall over there at landfill.
No, it's just a logical excuse.
Kate, I tend to agree with her on this one. At least a little bit, I do. It is not the best of times to bring something like this up. But don't get nervous. I stood strong.
To tell you the truth, I thought that you would fall for one of her ploys.
Thanks.
No, honey, it's just that you're so sensitive, and Tina knows that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't let her sway me. Kate, I practically came right out and told her that you were more important to me than anything.
Okay, so what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is, I told her she could have a little more time to get used to the idea of the divorce.
Uh-huh, and how much time did you give her?
Well, what do you mean by that? He's my son, of course.
Oh? Oh, of course. I guess I was mistaken.
Well, what do you mean? Why wouldn't you think he was mine? Why did you automatically assume he wasn't?
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't sense it or something.
Well, what do you mean? You walk into a room and has a complete stranger in it, a woman who's holding a baby very lovingly in her arms? I mean, wouldn't it be perfectly natural to just assume?
Please, don't get so upset.
Well, no, I just want to know why you're questioning the very obvious here.
Well, because perhaps I didn't see any, he doesn't look like you.
Maybe he doesn't look like me. Look at this beautiful baby. Of course he's mine. Who else could he be? He also looks like his father, Cordero Roberts.
Well, I'm sure that's true. So you're Mrs. Roberts?
Yeah, and Vicky's sister and Cord's wife. You have that all straight now?
I certainly do, and again, I apologize for upsetting you. I meant no offense.
No, I'm not upset. Believe me.
Can I be of some assistance here?
Dorian.
Hello, Tina. Oh, look what you've got in your arm.
Oh, it's good to see you, Dorian.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry it's taken so long. It's just I've been very busy, and of course then you left town, then you were ill, and, hello. Could I hold the baby, please?
Oh, of course. Oh, here you go.
Oh, it's been a long time. Oh, hello. I didn't have a chance to take a good look at him when we were in the chapel. You know, I was so busy attending to you.
Oh, yeah, I never did get a chance to thank you for that.
Oh, not at all. I'm glad that I was handy. Hello, little.
Oh, my. Pardon me, Mr. Gardner.
No, it's Lang, Gilbert Lang.
Did you want or need anything?
Well, sorry, I'm just enjoying the happy sight. I wanted to give this bouquet to Mrs. Buchanan.
Oh, well, she's at work at the banner right now. Why don't you just leave it with Heron, and then you can go on out to the garden?
Well, of course.
Are you the one who's responsible for these beautiful grounds?
I am indeed, ma'am.
Oh, I cannot tell you. When I drove on the ground, I was just, I saw all the greenery. It took my breath away, really. I wandered around before I came in. They've never looked lovelier.
Well, thank you. And you're,
Oh, I'm Dorian Lord. I used to live here.
Oh, you were married to Victor Lord, were you not?
Well, how'd you know that?
Well, I believe Mrs. Buchanan mentioned it. Well, it's so nice meeting you. I'll be off now.
Bye-bye.
Well, now can we get back to my baby?
Oh, indeed we can. He's so beautiful, really. Ooh. This reminds me of the way Kathy used to feel when I held her in my arms. Of course, I didn't have her for very long. David Rinaldi ran off with her, but really, when you give birth, you know, it's such a singular experience, isn't it? And you go through all that pain, and you think to yourself, oh, my, nothing, absolutely nothing could be worth it. And then you look down at the face of your little baby, and you know what a miracle he is. You are. You are. Ooh. Speaking of miracles, by the way, isn't it wonderful that you are here, and so is he? And that, you know, I mean, after all, the two of you going over the Iguazu Falls.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me
Yes.
take them out of your hands here. Okay.
Yes, so good, even with strangers.
Oh, yes, I know, and it is a miracle. In fact, oh, honey, come here. I'm still amazed sometimes when I wake up that I'm even waking up.
It's true, you could have miscarried, couldn't you? But I guess it was fated that you and your little boy would come back to, how are you and Cord getting along?
Well, that's kind of hard to say sometimes. I mean, well, he thought that Al and I were both dead. And I think it's just going to take a little time now for us to be a family again.
Oh, I see. So what have you done? Put a contract out on Kate Sanders?
You gave me absolutely no inkling as to how serious it was.
It only reached this impasse yesterday. The union has dug in their heels.
Yes, I know. I read about it in the paper. I can't believe you never said a word to me about it.
Just a moment. Cindy, I'm sorry. You do know my wife, don't you?
Yes, hello, Mrs. Buchanan.
Hi, Cindy.
Cindy's working for us now. She's in research, and then she'll be working into the financial side. There's Barbara now. Barbara Dunn, this is Cindy London.
Oh, nice to meet you. Clint explained you'd be assisting me for a while.
Yes.
Vicki, welcome back. It's great to see you.
Thanks. It's very nice to be here.
Does that mean you're coming back to work?
Yes,
No, it doesn't.
absolutely it does.
Well, anyway, you'll be breaking in, Cindy.
Fine.
No,
I'll show you around.
Oh, okay. Listen, thanks again.
Yeah.
Bye.
You are hiring new people while you are letting go the old ones, my darling?
You know that the printers are totally separate from the staff here?
Yes, I do, but I do not understand a budget that cuts on only one department and not all of them.
That's not true. What are you doing, believing everything the union says?
Until I hear otherwise from my husband, the acting publisher.
Could we step over here out of the way and discuss this? Vicki, this is exactly why I didn't tell you. I want to handle this. I don't want you involved. It's that simple. Now, maybe I made a mistake not telling you about it, but...
But why shouldn't I be in on it? I know most of the people in the union.
Why? Because you have your hands full with the house, with the kids, Tina and her kid. You don't need the mental hassle of employee management issues along with everything else.
Are you afraid that I'm going to fall apart?
No. Not exactly. Vicki, it's just... I can do a better job of handling this if I'm not worried about you. It's easier for me if you're not here involved in the battle. Now, maybe that's selfish of me, maybe it's even stupid, but that's the way I feel.
I gave her a day, 24 hours.
You're kidding. You're not kidding. I don't believe it. Oh, Cord. Look, I truly believe the sooner Tina starts dealing with reality, then the better off we'll all be. I don't believe this. I thought she'd finagle a couple weeks, a month even.
Hey, come on. I want this to happen as soon as you do. I really do. I want to be a family. I want to get married. You, me, and little Al, all of us together.
Well, what about custody? Didn't she use that?
No, not really. And I don't think she's going to either, Kate. I think that she's not going to take me to court to fight over little Al. She knows that wouldn't make me fall in love with her again. She knows that would be impossible.
Oh, thank God it's impossible. Hey, can we spend the day together? Let me take you out to lunch, something?
Okay, I need to call Briggs first, though, and see if he's got the assignment for me, all right?
Okay.
Oh, while I'm on the phone, why don't you take a look at this? Remember that?
Isn't that the watch that was with the baby stuff?
That's the one. Tina picked that up in Buenos Aires for me. She gave it to me last night.
The third person at the State Department that I've been transferred to. Sir, you cannot tell me with all those papers in front of you, you do not know the name of the supervisor that... Well, then would you give me the name of your supervisor? Thank you so much. Now, would you please transfer me to her? Oh, how convenient. No, that's all right. I won't leave a message because I'm sure it won't be returned. Actually, I do have a message. Would you please tell her that Miss Sanders would like the information on Jeffrey McGrath as soon as possible, or she's calling Congressman Schuyler? Thank you so much. Oh.
Bureaucracy in action.
Herb, this whole situation with Jeff's visa, it's just insane. I can't find anybody at the State Department who's involved. There is not a human being involved with this.
Probably don't know who's in charge. I'll bet you even Congressman Schuyler doesn't know who's in charge.
Why? Because Jeff is what, a Russian spy, or the King of Mandora wants him returned?
No, I just keep thinking your ex-husband has to be involved in this.
He may be, I don't know. But it would be under the instructions of the king. What if the person that's delaying the visa is the one who's setting him up?
But you don't know he was set up. He may really have intended to steal that bracelet.
I do not believe Jeffrey's a thief, and neither does Dorian. Now, that makes both women that you love very much in this world who doubt it.
Both of them have been known to err. What is it?
It's just Kate. I'm concerned about her. She hasn't called.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad news.
Waiting for Tina to decide on a divorce is like waiting for a bomb to drop.
Well, sure, Kate is a problem, but look, I don't really want to talk about that right now. We've got so many other things to talk about.
All right, how are you and Vicky doing?
We are getting along so well. That's what's really wonderful about my homecoming is that, well, she's so happy I'm alive. It's like we're really sisters, you know, and she's happy to have me living here and being part of the family.
And what about you and Clint?
Well, he's never really been my biggest fan. And I don't think that's going to change real quickly, at least not until he sees that I've changed. Because I have, Dorian, I really have. I mean, being close to death and well, having little Al with me, I'm just not the same old Tina.
Oh, I'm sure everybody will be very grateful about that. It's funny, isn't it? Just when you think you know it all, life hands you another lesson that just has to be learned. My experience in prison, I think, has made me a better person. Vicky's experience being so close to death has made her more open, warmer. So how has your life-threatening situation and your, of course, recent motherhood, how's that changed you?
Well, can't you see just by looking at me?
Not exactly.
Oh, I would have thought it would have been a glow or something. Well, you see, it's given me a whole new respect for life. It has. It's taught me what's important and that you have to go after your own happiness.
I thought you always felt that your happiness was more important than anything else.
Well, not in the same way. I can't really explain it.
You mean at last you're aware that your happiness at the expense of other people's happiness is just not worth it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Have you also realized that all that lying and scheming and manipulation was wrong, really wrong?
Yes, sure.
Oh, and have you promised yourself that no matter what, you will never do it again, no matter how you are driven to it?
Of course.
Well, if that is true...
Dorian, how could you ever even doubt it?
Because there is an old adage, my dear, and that is actions speak louder than words. I mean, if you have indeed, though, discarded some of your old bad habits, I don't see how Cord can resist you. After all, he fell madly in love with you, and you were an absolutely horrible person.
Dorian!
Well, it's true, isn't it? You're lying, you're scheming, you tried to steal my money.
The baby right here and take him up to the nursery?
Fine. I'd like to come with you. Is little Jessica up there?
Probably.
Oh, I haven't seen her in ages. Just have patience, my dear. In time, you will see that your reward will come.
Well, what reward?
Oh, the respect and admiration of people who will realize that you have indeed become a trustworthy, honest person.
Oh. Come on, Noah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, Briggs. Yeah, thanks a lot. I'll be there. Bye-bye. So, what do you think about that watch?
It's exquisite. I've never seen anything like it before. Where'd you say she got it?
She said she picked it up in Buenos Aires her last day there. She said since baby was born in Argentina, she thought it might be nice if he had something to remember us by. So she gave it to me and asked me to give it to him when he's old enough to appreciate it.
Well, I think it's gorgeous, and I think it's great that you'll be able to pass it on to Al. Now, as for those 24 hours, how many are left?
You know, Kate, it was real hard for me to say that to Tina.
I know that. Look, you did what you had to do, and I can't thank you enough for that. It's progress. It's a step towards our legal marriage and our life together. And, you know, if I've been insecure and anxious, well, I've been doing some thinking about all that, and I was thinking about Patrick and how, you know, we had all our plans for this wonderful life together.
History is not going to repeat itself. You are not going to lose me, girl.
I suppose you're even angrier now.
No, I can't be. I couldn't even if I wanted to. If you're going to be that worried about me being here under pressure at the office, then I won't put you through that. I just can't do it.
Honey, do you really understand?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great.
The thing is that work was always a big part of my life, and I miss it.
I know that. Just let me get this union issue settled.
Technology is changing the workplace so rapidly. I mean, I know we can't hang back and ignore computerized printing, and I also realize, like any other big corporation, cost cutting is necessary.
Just trust me to save every job possible. And where I can, I'll find other positions for people we no longer need here in the press room. Speaking of which, I'm due upstairs for a meeting with our negotiators.
I'll go home. I'll be wife. I'll be mother.
And sister.
Mm-hmm. I love you.
Love you.
I'll see you at home later on. Oh, I'm having lunch with Wanda.
Oh, give her my love. Well, you have most of that. I'll walk you out. Do this.
Come here, I want to show you something. Most of my statistics and stories for this feature that I'm working on come from Freedom International, an organization devoted to humane treatment of political prisoners. I want you to see some of these photos. They're pretty horrid, but anyway, you'll have very little to do with this feature, but my next assignment...
Where was this taken?
Zaroon, a West African nation.
Oh, I know. Listen, Barbara, I need to borrow this, and I have to leave. I'm sorry.
Age's sister doesn't take to strangers, and then I blundered about her baby, and, well, anyway.
Tina and you will get along just fine eventually. I can't imagine anyone disliking you.
Well, thank you.
Come in. What a gorgeous bunch of flowers. Did you put these here?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Did you get things straightened out at the Banner?
How did you know about that?
Well, I heard on the servant grapevine that you were upset about something you read and left quickly to go to the office.
Yes, it's true. There's a possibility of a strike down there that has me very upset. And I want to help Clint with it. But he seems to think that I need to spend more time at home, and I agreed, but... Oh, Gilbert, I want to go back.
Oh, I'll bet.
Oh, that's good news. Oh, Vicki, hello. Oh,
Hey.
Gilbert, you're here.
Just passing through, Mrs. Roberts.
Dorian, how nice to see you. You look marvelous.
Why, thank you. So do you, and I hope you're feeling as well as you look.
Yes, absolutely back to normal. Marvelous. Have you and Tina been having a little chat? Tina?
Vicki, he's a very strange man. I don't know if he should be around here, what with the 4 children in the house.
Honey, he was the gardener for our father when I was a little girl.
Really?
Yes. So I think you should not be uncharitable towards him, all right? When you get to know him, you'll find out that he's very sensitive and very gentle.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
What's the matter?
It's nothing. I was waiting for you to come home because I have something I wanted to discuss with you.
I'm going to be leaving. I have to meet Judith Sanders to talk about that imposter crown prince of Mendora.
Oh, I saw your show when he came in front of the cameras and announced who he was. That was really something.
Quite a circus, wasn't it? But it was great for my rating. He's giving me the runaround about a second appearance.
Dorian, why don't you stay for this? I mean, I really feel that everything that's happened to me and everything, well, like the 3 of us are much closer now, and I could use all the advice I can get.
Oh, no. Tina, what have you done?
Well, I have a confession to make.
Every once in a while, Kate mentions Patrick.
Patrick, do I know who that is?
Cindy London's older brother, the one that Kate was in love with before she met Cord.
Oh, yes, I have heard of it. Why did they break up?
They were doing a very important project in Africa, and one night he just walked out and never returned. They assumed he was either kidnapped and murdered or both. Kate looked for him for a year, so did the authorities.
That's terrible.
What time is it?
It's going on 11:30.
I've got to get myself together to meet Dorian.
Jeffrey McGrath, no doubt.
Well, maybe she found something pertinent. Would you do me a favor?
What?
Tell Kate where she can reach me if she calls.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Jeffrey McGrath, is it?
take care of this photo assignment, and then I will stop by Landfair because it's time for Tina's decision, all right?
And then tonight, can we pick up where we left off?
Definitely.
Oh,
excuse me.
Cord.
Hey, Cindy, come on in.
Hi. Katie, listen, I'm sorry to barge in, but I need to talk to you about something. And it's personal. Cindy, what is it?
Where the hell is it?
What is it? Who are you? Rollo! Oh, what happened here? Oh, you found someone tearing my house apart and... Oh, no. You?
I'm so sorry, my old friend. I tried to get what I wanted through means of friendly persuasion. But, alas, you have caught me. It's probably just as well, because I'm certain that you know exactly where the object I'm looking for is hidden.
What are you trying to say? I don't understand this.
Dante's pocket watch, Carmen. Go and get it. Bring it to me now.
Pocket watch? Why would you want Dante's watch?
No. You don't need a reason. I will pay you for it. Just get it.
Rollo, you are not acting like yourself. You come in here, destroy my house, demand something that doesn't belong to you.
I tried to buy the watch. It was not among the jewelry Gabriel brought to me.
Well, you can have it. That's all there is to it.
Carmen, do you think this is a game? I was Dante's partner in the cocaine trade.
You?
There is a missing fortune that belongs to me out there, and that watch holds the key.
But it's only a family heirloom.
I don't want to hurt you, Carmen, but I will. Do I have to choke it out of you?
But it's gone. We don't have it anymore.
Who does?
Cord asked me for a divorce. Look, I just don't understand it. With everything I've been through and to bring the baby back to him, how he won't even give me a chance.
Honey, you knew this was coming. We've talked about this.
I know, but I just don't understand how he could hold that wonderful baby in his arms and look at me and not want us.
He wants one of you. That I'm sure of.
Look, he cannot just turn off the feelings that he has for Katie.
But I know, and she moved in on him when he thought that Al and I were both dead. It's just that I don't understand his reason for such a quick divorce and remarrying so soon. I mean, without even giving us a chance to work everything out.
Tina, I sympathize with you, really I do, but Cord loves Kate, and months from now he is still going to feel that way.
How can you be so sure about that, huh? Everything has happened so fast, and what do they have in common? A cowboy and an anthropologist or whatever it is she is.
Oh, whatever it is, it certainly is there, dear. Though you never can tell, it might not last.
I know, that's my point. Don't you see that? You know what? I just don't understand how Cord could be still so hurt and angry with me. I mean, doesn't he even consider that everything that I did, all those things I did because I wanted to keep him and because I love him so much. I mean, it's true, I jilted Richard, and I did blackmail Asa, and I did lie a lot back then.
Honey, he knows that Kate Sanders is not going to do any of those things. He trusts her, absolutely. That's very, very important when you've been hurt.
More important than my being alive and bearing him a child?
Obviously, to Cord it is, yes.
Yes, but he could be wrong. I think he is wrong. After all, didn't he follow you here to Landview because he was so madly in love with you? Now, maybe this relationship with Kate is just sort of a substitute, you know, for the grand passions that you instilled in him. Yes, he can marry her, and there won't be any challenge, and he'll lead a nice, boring little life.
Oh, Dorian, will you please shut up?
No, let her finish. She's the only person around here who obviously sees the truth or sees things the way I do. Well, what do you think, Dorian? You don't think I should give up, so you think I should fight for Cord?
Yes, I think you should.
Oh, Cindy, listen, don't worry about it. I was on my way out anyway. You girls just stay here as long as you want.
Oh, thank you, Cord.
Okay, well, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye. Look, sit down. What's going on? Oh, God, Kate, if I am wrong about this, I'll never forgive myself for even bringing it up. I was at the Banner. I'm starting my new job there today, and I was talking to a reporter. She's doing a feature on political prisoners and the inhumane treatment of them, and she handed me a stack of photos, and I was glancing through them when I came across this one. Well, what about it? Just look at it.
Heart attack.
Call the ambulance.
Tell me where is the watch, then I'll call the ambulance, not before.
Please, I never hurt you.
Where is your watch?
Help me. Oh, the baby. It's with the baby.
Baby? What baby?
Baby in oh, he's cold now.
Carmen!
Well, I've got your refill.
What's wrong?
Dorian, excuse me, but I really believe that encouraging Tina to wait for Cord is going to cause her a great deal more pain and heartache in the long run.
I disagree. I think it could get her exactly what she wants.
Cord has given absolutely no indication to her that he's willing to forget the past or that they have any kind of a future together.
Well, that's because Kate is pressuring him right now.
Has he said that?
Well, not in so many words, but if she weren't around, I know he'd realize that he's still in love with me.
No, wait. I'm not really sure about that. I don't really know Cord or even Kate. Please, let's not take this as a crystal ball reading.
Oh, no, I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. But if you think there's a chance, well, then that must mean...
That must mean what? Will you please get down to reality? If you do not give Cord the divorce, I believe quite firmly that he's going to get a lawyer and start the divorce proceedings without your agreement.
Well, maybe not.
Oh, Tina!
Oh, all right, okay. He said he'd do that.
Yes.
That could raise a custody issue, you know.
That's right. Do you want that little baby upstairs to become the object of a very nasty, bitter legal fight?
And you could actually lose it.
Dorian.
Tina, only you know what could be pulled out of your closet to prove you're not the fittest mother in the world.
Oh, no, I don't want that. Look, all I ever wanted was just a wonderful home with my husband and Al.
Honey, you are not going to have it now with Cord. And another thing, if you don't give Cord an uncontested divorce, it's going to make him even more angry, and it's going to make him feel that he's being manipulated by you again.
True. Back him into a corner, he'll come out fighting.
So what do I do?
What I suggested earlier. Just be. You know, then he'll see proof that you really have changed. He'll start to relax, and he'll succumb to your many charms again.
What, after he's married to Kate?
No, Dorian. Honey, everything in me says you must let go, you must move on. I mean, what about Max? He loves you dearly.
I don't want to talk about Max right now. Look, I know he loves me, all right? He is in court.
He's available, is that...